Hello, all my Facebook friends and YouTube friends. And this is Al, and this is Having Fun, and the podcast that talks about the things of above and also the process of having fun, enjoying doing it at the same time. That's what it's all about. But I want to mention just one thing really quickly, and that's in relation to John chapter 15, where Jesus said, "I'm the vine, you're the branches. Apart from me, you can do nothing." And in the passage in John 15, Jesus talks about three relations. First of all, our relationship to God through Jesus Christ. And he uses the analogy of vines and branches, or the vine and branches. And Jesus is that vine that we as his followers are plugged into. We are the branches, which means God, through Jesus, wants to live his life through us so that we can be fruitful and have an impact on the world. He says that we cannot do anything on our own or by ourselves. We have to be plugged into him. So the second thing is our relationship to each other as followers. And he says that if we are plugged into him, that we are not only going to love him, and he's not only going to live his life through us, but we're also going to have a good connection and relationship with each other, meaning that we're supposed to love each other. We're supposed to serve each other and be thoughtful of each other and not to be selfish. Now, the love he's talking about here is not the general terminology, the way love is used these days, like, oh, we've got to just love everyone and just love the world. No, Jesus always talks about love, meaning us as his followers loving one another with his kind of love, not the physical attraction love, not the friendship love, the Phileo, which is where we get Philadelphia from, the city of brotherly love. He's talking about a God-type love that only God produces when he is in a person's life, when he is in our life as followers of him. So we can't forget that. So our relationship to God is number one. We are plugged into the vine. And then Jesus says, as a result of us being plugged into him, we are going to have a good connection, number two, with each other. Okay, that's so important. We cannot bypass that. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 is called the love chapter, and it talks about that love is patient, love is kind, love is not it doesn't keep a record of wrongs, it doesn't make a list of people's faults and so forth. And that's how we as the family of God are supposed to act and react to one another, is we're supposed to do it in brotherly love, considering each other, serving each other, thinking about each other more, and then just thinking about ourselves. And the third is the relationship to the world. And that is, he says, do not love the world or the things in the world. And what he's talking about when he says world, he's not talking about this earth. The earth is a great place. God made it. He made it all by the power of his spoken word. It just said it and it popped out. And it's amazing. Only God can do that. So, but our relationship and connection with those who are not followers of Christ indicates that because we love Jesus and the world hates Jesus, the world is going to hate us too. They are not going to like what we're doing. They think we're nuts for believing in something that we can't see. And by the way, we do that all the time because you're breathing air right now. Can you see it? No. Well, stop breathing it then. That's how stupid it is. We always believe in things we can't see. I joke sometimes in a message that I do, and I talk about people say, "Well, I don't believe God because I can't see him, or because if I see him, then I'll believe in him." Well, I say, "Well, hey, hang on a second. Walk over to that light switch over there, take off the plate, and take those two wires, the black and white wire, and you can't see the electricity, right? You can't see it, but stick your tongue to it." And watch what happens. You're gonna know the power is there, my friend. So we believe in things that we can't see all the time. The world thinks we are crazy by believing in God, something or someone that we cannot see. Well, we do it all the time. So that's our strength. We believe in what we can't see because we believe in the creator of this universe. They are going to hate you and me because we love Jesus Christ. And there's nothing you can do about it. Sadly, you hope someone accepts your message, but if they don't, a lot of people are going to hate us and they want to see us out of here. That's the sad part about it. Let me back up and summarize. Our connection, our relationship in 3 areas. Relationship to Jesus Christ, we're plugged into him because he's the vine and we're the branches. We have no way of bearing fruit, bearing good stuff in our life apart from him flowing through us. Because of that, number 2, we have a good relationship with others, with especially our followers, the followers of Christ, each other, because we're in the same family. All right. But our relationship to the world is so different because we're supposed to love the world and tell the world, people, about the good news of Jesus. I hope they listen. I hope that you follow through with the responding to the gospel of Christ. That is what it's all about, man. The Lord will change your life once he comes in, but you've got to put your faith and trust in him, and you've got to believe on the Lord Jesus Christ. And when you believe on him, you will have everlasting life. He promises it. It's mentioned 200 times in the Bible that believing on the Lord Jesus Christ, and you will have everlasting life. It is belief, friend. A lot of people try to add other stuff to it, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So anyway, the world doesn't understand that. The world thinks that they have to work for their heavenly, eternal destiny. And they feel like, oh, I'm a good person. I'll get to heaven because I'm good. It ain't happening because you're relying on your own self. And when you rely on your own self, you then seek to become your own God. And you are not God. You may be with a little g, but you're not with a big G. Love God first. Trust Jesus. So love and serve one another, and understand that the world is just not going to want to have anything to do with you. That they hated Jesus, which he says in John 15, if they hated him, they're going to hate you. They're going to hate us. They don't like us for following him because they don't love him. So anyway, I hope that blessed you today. Sorry, it's kind of quick, but next week I'll be back, and just wanted to give you a little update here. I'm at a cabin up in Oklahoma, and so enjoying my weekend here. So I'll talk to you guys next week, and God bless you. I love you. Be sure to subscribe, click the button, and be alerted for the next ones coming up. Okay, take care. See you. Bye.